I am Sufia Khan from Center for Peace and Spirituality. I would like to talk about the concept of jihad in Islam. The Prophet of Islam is reported to have once said to his companions that a day would come when Muslims would commit unlawful acts. His companions asked with surprise how this would happen. He replied, they would give it a name other than its real name and thus make it lawful. The present-day violence in the name of jihad is a clear example of this hadith. These so-called jihadists have given their acts of violence the name of jihad. Since they have devised justification for their violence, their conscience does not refrain them from killing others. However, the Qur'an categorically condemns the killing of innocent human beings. It states, whoever killed a human being, except as punishment for murder or for spreading corruption in the land, shall be regarded as having killed all mankind. The use of the word jihad by Muslim extremists to justify their violent actions is a distortion of this concept. What then is the true concept of jihad? Jihad literally means to strive one's utmost for a noble cause. According to Islam, jihad is a continuous process in the life of a true believer. A mujahid, or one who performs jihad, is one who strives against his own self for the sake of obeying God. That is, he fights against the evil promptings of his soul so as to lead a God-oriented life. Jihad is mentioned in the Qur'an in various contexts, but nowhere in the Qur'an is the word used in the context of war. For example, the Qur'an states, do great jihad with the means of the Qur'an. In this verse, jihad clearly means striving hard to spread the teachings of the Qur'an to all mankind. The Qur'an calls this the most exalted form of jihad, or jihad-e-akbar. It is true the word jihad can be used in an extended sense to refer to war, because war is also a kind of struggle. But it is important to know that Islam lays down very strict conditions for waging war. In the absence of these conditions, waging war is unlawful. First and most importantly, in Islam, war is permissible for defensive purposes only. The Qur'an prohibits wars of aggression. It states, fight in the cause of God against those who wage war against you, but do not commit aggression. God does not love aggressors. The same point is made at another place where it is stated, permission to fight is granted to those who are attacked because they have been wronged. These verses clearly prohibit aggressive action. The Prophet Muhammad never violated this doctrine. During the Prophet's lifetime, Muslims fought only 3 wars, and all of them were defensive in nature. Another important condition is that according to Islam, only an established state has the right to declare war. According to a prophet's saying, the leader is a shield. War is undertaken under his leadership, and protection is procured through him. This same principle is expressed in Arabic as ar-rahilu lil-imam, meaning that the declaration of war is the sole prerogative of the ruler. This issue is one on which there is consensus among the fuqaha, or the scholars of Muslim jurisprudence. According to Islam, non-state actors do not have the right to make such a declaration. This is because war requires great organization and resources, which only an established state can provide. If non-state actors engage in warfare, their efforts will not yield a positive result and end in utter destruction. The so-called jihads being waged by Muslim extremists are entirely offensive in nature and were launched and are being carried out by non-state actors, and therefore they are completely unlawful from an Islamic point of view. They have no sanction in Islam whatsoever.